Not too bad. Good morning. 20 to 9, Wednesday the 4th. Getting bitten again. Oh. I've had a few bites this week from the mozzies. Christine had a very nasty one. I probably showed you that picture already if it shows up. I don't know how to tell you the story because it was a long day yesterday. She ended up phoning her doctors up and they set a prescription to the boots at Loddon. This was when on Monday when we was at Beccles. She told them where we'd be the next day, so they sent the prescription there, allegedly. So Christine went to the chemist at Boots, which is a little bit farther up than the Swan. Apparently there's more shops up there. I don't think I've ever walked as farther than the Swan. But yeah, so anyway, she gets to Boots. They don't know anything about it. So then she phones the doctors again. And it turns out they'd only sent it to our chemist. Well, the nearest one to us where Christine gets the stuff from. Yeah, so they knew nothing about it, so they'd only sent it to her own chemist. So she phones them. They said, tells the woman at Boots what had happened. They said there's nothing we can do unless it's released off their system. So she phones back her chemist and she says, we've done it. But they hadn't, so they had to do it again. Then the girl in Boots said, it's still not come through, have you got anything you can be doing? So she found us in the Swan. She'd been gone about an hour. Found us in the Swan and then went back another hour later. Still hadn't come through. So the girl in Boots said, let me try it again. So it turns out she hadn't actually done it in the first place. So she tried it again. And it worked. So they gave her some antibiotics and some steroid cream. I might rub a bit of that steroid cream on. Better not go there. It's going to be warm today. And I think there's a thunderstorm forecast for Friday. It's one of them, say, well, I mean, I cannot bring my bloody drone with me. So I'm not flying it at the stairs, I'm not flying it anywhere there's a lot of people. So the first week, we only managed to do one 5-minute flight. That was on the walk from Bottrayham to Loddon. And then the winds, there was just no chance flying in those winds. So, no chance of flying in those winds. So, heck, really close and muggy. Yeah, and then we've been moored at Beccles, so you're not supposed to fly drones there. It's in a restricted zone. And then there was too many people about, so I took it with me on the walk. But when you're going down the side of the river to Gildeston, where it was quite overgrown, there was nowhere I could have took off from because of the tree cover, and well, I haven't got a landing pad with me, so would have had to take it off in the grass. Worryman's Way. Right, let's go have a look. Yeah, so I've not flown the bloody drone, have I? By the time we got to the Wirry Inn at Gildeston, on Monday. You couldn't do it there because obviously you're in a beer garden. And then you get to the other side, past the Locks Inn, and it's just open fields. So nothing much to see there. So once you got away from the river. And yesterday, well, we only walked up to the Swan. Well, we went in the King's Head. Because the plan was we'd have another game of darts. But I better keep my eye open for this bloody sign. But they have tables right in front of the dartboard. And one where you would stand at the hockey. Free, please take. Chair. At the hockey. So yeah, so anyway, there was a sign as you went in. Please get your drinks from the bar and move away from the bar area once you've got them. And there must have been 20 blokes stood around the bar drinking. Not moving out of the way, one with a dog. So I'm stood behind him thinking, can I get to the bar, mate? And he just stood there. So I thought, well, yeah, well, you're right, you do. And so we left there. Right, see which way does that bloody sign tell you there? It's a bit twisted. Is it time to go up the road there? Or up the road there? Well, I don't bloody know. Yeah, so I said, right, well, we'll just go up to the Swan. So I went up to the Swan. And what's going on over there? Right, which way is that bloody sign going? Well, it can't be up there, can it? It's got to be up here. But I think I'm following the same bloody route that I did last year. Outdoor fitness class. So I'll have a walk up here a bit. Yeah, so anyway, we went to the Swan, a couple of drinks in there, and then, well, then a couple more because we was going to get Indian takeaway, but we decided to eat in, and it was quite nice. In fact, it was lovely. I had a garlic chicken. You can probably still smell it at the moment. Well, on OS maps, it looks as though you go up to that common, which is where I went to last year, and you can get down to the river on a path that I must have missed last year. I was just aimlessly walking. It's like a dance troupe or something, practicing. Yeah, so you get opposite the White Horse, and there's a road that goes up there to the right. Oh, they've got music on, so that's not good, is it? Oh, here's something I didn't know was here. I've sat in that beer garden, well, not this part of it, but the actual side of the pub. If you're ever in Loddon, pop down to Chedgrave, it's only 5 minutes walk away. White Horse is a lovely place. But I didn't know this was here. Now we sat, see that guy is on the roof. We sat under there, and you can't see this Bowling Green from there. Chedgrave White Horse Bowls Club. Right, I've had a crap back. See, I did put the walk on the Garmin, but it's about 7 miles. And then just coming down When I was coming down the chet yesterday, you could just see a little bit of the path, and it looked a bit overgrown like the blooming rest of them. So a combination of sunshine and rain. It's done the flowers and the plants good. It doesn't seem like anybody's maintaining them. Right, so long journey today. It's going to be, well, if we end up at South Walsham, it'll be about 7 hours. And I'm steering the bloody boat today, he's not having it all himself. Kemp's Men of Norwich, Wednesday 4 PM. Wednesday 4th of August. Men of Norwich and barbecue. He won't be here. Yeah, so the crossing time for Yarmouth is about 2:30. I reckon we're about 4 hours off. But we'll be going with the tide. When you get from Reedham, you can whiz through there. You get shouted at. Yeah, so 4 hours. So 2:30, 10:30. So I think what we're going to do is what we did last year, basically. Go up the chet, turn left, probably get up to Cantley and turn back. I did have a plan of going to Rockland first, but I think it's about 2¼ hours from here. Or is it 1¼ hour? Well, I would have to go now really if we was going to do that, but that might be pushing it, and that basically we'd only just get there and turn around and come back, wouldn't we? So that's not happening. The boys took another game off the girls at Domino's last night. It's now 6-4. So we'll probably just say we're not playing anymore now, leave it at that. The plan actually is to see if there's any space at Acle when we get there, but we're not right bothered because we can, and we even might do in the end anyway. We might just go straight to South Walsham and more up there on the mudweight, because it's nice. It's nice to do sometimes, just in the middle of nowhere, got the mudweight. Keeps me out the pub. Then Thursday, we're going up the Ant to Neatstead. We're going to have some lunch in the White Horse, or in the beer garden, whichever. And then,
what did they do? Go through Podley?
It's a bloody jump, that. And then we're not staying at the White Horse at Neatstead. I think we're going to come back down the Ant way and try and maybe get in at Erstead, possibly. That'd be too nice without a pub. No, maybe that's a bit of a bridge too far. Oh dear. Don't really want more at Loddon Bridge. It's Carno's there. Especially on the Friday morning when we're leaving. Oh, Richardson's one's going back from Monday to Friday jobs. Yeah, so I think we'll see where we can get. Let's say we finish lunch at 2 o'clock. You've got all till 9 o'clock virtually, haven't you? You can get blooming anywhere. So yeah. Anyway, that's then Friday we're going to try and get down to Ramble for a pizza. Fridge is a bit. Sure not. Not really far up there. Yeah, for a pizza on Friday, and then a cruise up to Wroxham, Wroxham Broad, and then back to the boatyard Friday. Get all the stuff cleaned up. Oh God, stop thinking about it. And then that'll be it then till October, end of October. It's been a very enjoyable time actually, as always. A few showers here and there, a few bites here and there. Right, so we won't be having much of a cruise up the year, I don't think, because it's now 10 o'clock. I've been looking through my files. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare that. It's on my old GoPro, it keeps resetting the bloody date, and I've just looked at it now. I think I must have put the wrong date in yesterday. So they're going to be all over the place, and now I've just tried to download from the camera, from an SD card onto the laptop, well, the external drive, and it didn't start. So I'm having to set it off, copy and paste, and that's taking forever. So that's going to be fun when it comes to the editing. But it should probably start on Sunday when we get home. Is that boat coming out of there? I think it is, isn't it? Couldn't get a signal at all on the boat, even from my dongle. That wouldn't connect. So there's probably some messages that it says we'll send when back online. There's probably some that just been sent now from yesterday. Now, if you wanted to pump out, I think we're okay at the minute. Oh, see all the pings and everything. just coming back online, that looks it. So at Pacific Cruises you can get a pump out. You can moor up there as well, I think it's £5, or it was, might be a bit more now. Free mooring for hire boats. Just coming up to Pies Mill. I don't know whether the caught on camera one was playing quoits or whatever it's called. Guy sat at the mankin singing and then talking to himself. I don't know what he was on. Yeah, so when we get out of here, I'm going to get Joe to take over, and I'm just going to check not the water levels too early. Check to make sure I've got the times right for the crossings and so on. Right, better concentrate. I don't know if you can see them over my shoulder, they're walking, can you? Oh, maybe not. There is somebody actually walking on that path, but so it might not be as bad as I thought. But from here, it doesn't look as though there's any path. So you must be out walk from Pacific Cruises. I will find out that next time we're here. There's that kid on this paddleboard in the distance. Can't see that. Oops. Yeah, I will suss that out one day. Hello. Who knows? Oh, it's not the kid on the paddleboard, this. It's a young girl, I think. Oh, there's another paddleboard there. So there's two of them. Now, I've just seen somebody walking up this path and then he turned back, so I don't know, like I said. Anyway, that's for another day. So this is where I was going to walk up to. Fly my drone from here and get the silver cloud coming up the river. Plans failed. Morning. Some more up here one day. Look at that. Let's see where the path goes. So on the, up there you got Hardley Floods. Merlin's there. Yes?
Joe's having a shower, is that alright, or is Chris having one?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, can you both have one at the same time?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
not as long as it's not in the same cubicle.
No. Don't get me on that. You miss driving?
Well, it's nice to have a go now and again. But I still want to do a few things, so do you want to take over for a minute?
No.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, not unless you want us to go boink, 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 boink.
Well, we'll wait till we get... Oh, wait till Joe's had a shower.
Oh, you said you wanted to do it for a while. You wanted to sit at the back.
I do, but I just want to check out the tide crossings, make sure I've got it right and what times it is and... and the distances. So we should be going with the tide, so it's not too bad. Come in the middle of the river. Phone a friend. How do you play 5s and 3s again? I have to concentrate and film and steer at the same time. Multitasking and me. Easy. Morning. Where's my cabin boy? well, I thought it was a bit nearer the top than we are, or we was. Yeah, so the mill up there. What the hell is that? Can you see it? I can't see it. Yes, I think we'll probably get up to Cantley, possibly just beyond, turn round, and then head. I think of another plan. Turn right, go to the Reading Ferry, moor up, hop in. Or even down to the Reading itself, Lord Nelson. Oh well. Or is this going to be a complete no pub day? Them are the hen's teeth. Yeah, so I can't wait to get back to it. And here we are at the cross, just about to turn. So we will do, we'll go up the Yare. I will be probably get threatening letters from the landlords and landladies. Having a day without a pub on the Broads. It hasn't happened yet, but there's every chance it could. Alright, so as we're coming out onto the main river, your nearest opportunity to get crushed, T-boned, is from your left. So we have a look up that way, make sure there's nothing coming. Maybe just slow down a little bit. So that's fine, and up there, and that's fine. We'll be punching the tide a bit going up here now to Cantley. Fair bit actually. So I have the cross 3 moorings. Time now. Ten to 11. So I've checked the times and the distances. So it's 3 hours from Cantley, but you can knock a bit off that going with the tide. 3 hours from Cantley, and crossing's about 2:30, slack water. So 11:30. So if we're at Cantley for around about 11:30, we shouldn't be too far off, should we? But that means no stopping at the ferry inn, or the Lord Nelson, or the ship. Beginning to sound like torture, that. Didn't do too bad yesterday though, just a couple in the Swan, a couple of cans with the dominoes later on. Didn't get to go to the White Horse, so that's a bit of a pain because we don't like going in there. Yesterday seemed to go pretty quick though, even with a long cruise. So anyway, there's my crew. I'm on the phone. I've got no idea where the other two are. Could have stayed out of my way for a bit of peace and quiet. Here we go, multitasking, crossing the river. Zigzagging. Getting warm now, that sun. So, using my GoPro as on the selfie stick thing means I haven't actually used my camcorder that I normally have set up in the corner. So I'm not sure whether that's going to be totally redundant, because obviously this is in my hand and I'm steering at the same time and trying to do other things. So there'll be a lot of moving about of the camera that I'll have to cut out. Gallow Dyke, difficult to turn. Hardly Dyke. It's quite a bit of bloody cold. And a cough. And I've not brought my lateral flow test with me. Give one of them two, won't it? Give me COVID. So, Cantley in the distance. Anytime now, the battery's about to go on the GoPro. So we pick it up just after the recutters, and Christine's in charge of the helm, and we're turning around now to head back down towards Yarmouth. And a surprising turn of events with Christine's suggestion. The recutters. The start, well, it wasn't the start, was it? It was the new inn at Rockland St Mary. It was the start of the epic adventure. And anyway, then we got sent back in again. Let's see, cabin boy wants some more experience. Have you had some quality time together? No. Where is he?
Yeah. He's just been sat there.
I've only just come in. Oh, do you want me to steer the ball?
Yeah, well, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit of a smell. Right, Christine. semen stains will take over.
Do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't mind, yeah. That smell.
It's ready now, yeah.
What is this here, this big factory? Oh,
Cantley sugar factory. That froze again, hasn't it, on there? Well, we probably are going a bit fast, but I can't tell because the app's frozen off getting going on it. You know, it's just to our left, port side. Not port pies, port side. Challenger in front. That's had some motley crews on it, stuck under bridges and what have you. Challenger.
Oh yeah, see what's... So, oh, I might as well do it from the right on there if I am.
Pardon?
Might as well do it from the right if I am, aren't I?
No.
Right.
Have you not been paying attention? You're having midweek appraisal there, so you better pay attention.
Midweek appraisal.
If you can help it, you do not overtake on the right hand side. Because they can't, well they can see you because they're on top steering, but if he cuts you up, you're into the reeds. So you go where he's going now. The Loddon, Orion, whatever it's called. I thought he was going to get a good appraisal, but he's and he can't drink either, that's another thing that's going against him. Keeps leaving cans off, he's drunk. Overtaking on their yacht. Under pressure. Can you feel the pressure?
Yeah. It's now there's a sail on the other side on the double.
Will we make it? And it's challenging being pressed on the inside. No, we're not, we're on the outside. By Silver Cloud. Following Broadland Orion. The boy racer puts his foot down.
Full throttle.
So we're now, no, that's record that.
What is? Oh, that.
Yeah. So we'll soon be at Reading. Should be there for about 12:30 by my calculations. It's now 11:30. Don't cut him up, please. Whatever you do, he'll be panicking. 11:30. 11:30. Why is that ringing a bell? What's that mean? 11:30. Ooh.
What time you got up yesterday?
Yeah, it was a bit earlier than that. Well, that was the day before anyway. After that bottle of wine. Well, Christine seems to think you can go in that mill, but I'm not too sure. So this river now, which we only came up a little bit from Reading to turning down the chat. You pay attention, boy?
Yeah.
Is a lot wider. So.
Oh yeah, miles wider.
But you do get stronger tides on this one, which will take us all the way to Great Yarmouth. So, I'll have to Google it. Where's she gone? Lucy? Oh, she's got the earphones in, can't hear a thing. She'll be on the back, some baby. So, Ardley Mill. I can hear it. Ardley Mill, 24-hour overnight mooring, £5. Well, maximum stay 24 hours, overnight mooring is £5. Ardley Mill. Can you actually go in that mill? Mill visitors only. Alright. Minimum stay 2 hours. Well, I bet it's not open. Minimum stay 2 hours, I was going to say. Maximum stay, won't it? Right, so let's do the appraisal now then, now there's nobody listening. Have you googled that, Chris? That Ardley Mill? It says visitors can moor there for 2 hours. Oh, we need FaceTime or somebody. Right, steering of the boat, very good. We've not had a practice yet, haven't mooring, have we? Darts, well that's the same as it was last week, the last appraisal. Must try harder. Dominoes, getting slightly better.
Better than you.
We are now winning 6-4.
Students become the teacher at dominoes.
Sure. Quoits. Dave won oh no, Lucy won one game of that. I won every other one. Joe won none. And we had other people as well joined in, which was quite fun. And young Brooke, she enjoyed herself. She's on the FaceTime thing to Kim. So I'll wait till she moves out of the way from the fridge.
We're in the opposite, we've got old short.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
It's been a video recorder. Say hi to Grandad.
Hiya!
This thing she said was, where's Lucy? Is Lucy there? That was it.
Are you having a good time? Where's she gone?
She said Lucy goes to her nursery. No, she doesn't.
Said Lucy what?
What did she say?
Lucy goes to her nursery.
Where have I put that water? Oh, there it is. Oh, concentrate. I didn't get you one because you were driving. Well, I've got a... See if I can do this. Got this in there, haven't you? That's better. So anyway, back to your appraisal. Oh, this is going now. Battery and memory card. Back to your appraisal. Well, there's not much else to say really. We need to get some practice in. Oh, setting off with the mud weight down.
It's all that's your fault, that.
Twice, really. mopping the deck. You did actually use water, didn't you?
What for?
To mop the deck?
Yeah.
You didn't?
Probably, yeah, I did. Dipped it in the water.
It's at half 12, really. 10 to 12. Peaked a bit early. On? Yeah.
Yeah, anything too powerful like that. Yeah.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll have to go a bit slower. Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you?
What?
The camera up there has gone off again. I've always put it. Oh. Clear it battery this time. Morning! Oh, look at them two there. All these mornings here. See, we...
Oh, more up here for a bit.
You want to?
I'm not bothered.
Yeah, you can do. Just hang on. When we get past this, put your belly bow thrusters on. You'll have to get your life jacket on.
I know. You need chance.
When we get past this boat joint, you turn it right the way around.
Yeah.
And then we've got a moor up over there, so you can have a practice morning. Morning. So right, you're clear behind us. Christine said, do you want to stop here for a bit? Didn't have to ask twice. So we turn it, just put it in reverse, don't use that yet. Put it in reverse. Oh, gently. No, don't turn it lock, keep your full lock on that way, left. Right, forward again. That side, Chris.
Well, that was ironic.
What?
You did make me nearly fall over. What happened then?
Oh, sorry.
What's happening?
Yeah.
You just literally said there wasn't.
Well, it's a bit too early. Christine suggested coming in here, and I thought, well, what a good idea. So right, you're going to aim it gently along that side, and the front end towards it, and then slow down, keep slowing down. We're going against the tide, so the back end should be alright. Christine will be out managing both.
Slow down.
Slow down a bit more, in reverse. You'll only slow down if you put it in reverse.
Slower.
So just put your bed thrust on a bit more that way, and then right, and then in reverse a bit. Right, stop. Neutral.
That's it.
Pull it up until it clicks, and then pull it out.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favour? Because I've got this camera. If you can go and get the back rope, it should be alright because it swings round. But yeah, well done. Alright, so that's Joe's first attempt at the side-on mooring. It's pretty straightforward when you're going against the tide. He's just a little bit heavy on the controls. It gets a bit giddy. You alright? So.
Is that your level 2, Dave?
Well, you've gone up a notch, but we'll have to see what it could be beginner's luck. Now then, what can we do for half an hour, 45 minutes? Wow, come on. You didn't really think it was going to be a full day without a pub, did you? Well, that worked, didn't it? Cunning plan. We've only got half an hour though, so it'll only be a quickie, as the actress said to the bishop.
Thanks guys, if you made it this far, please hit the like and subscribe.